What's up, everybody? This is Lorenzo Gomez, the Urban Nerd, and I'm coming at you today with an economic development and job story and how it relates to the new Spurs Arena. So I want to open up with an article that I wrote for Voice of San Antonio called The Soft Metrics of Project Marvel. And when I wrote this article, I opened it up with a famous urban legend story about AT&T and its dramatic moving of its headquarters away from San Antonio to Dallas, Texas, where it's currently located today. And so the word on the street when it happened was that, for those of you who don't know, many moons ago, AT&T used to be located, their headquarters in downtown San Antonio. And so they moved to Dallas, and the word on the street is that AT&T, the CEO at the time, had a wife who hated San Antonio. And she thought there was nothing to do here. She was bored. So she put pressure on her husband to move the company from San Antonio to Dallas, Texas, which is where they're located today. And so I published the article and I said, hey, this is just a word on the street. I can't validate this. But after I published it, I had a lot of people reach out to me that said, hey, I was in the know and that's a true story. The wife hated San Antonio. And the reason I tell you this story and the reason that it relates to Propositions A and B in the Spurs Stadium is that I am a huge advocate for the new arena going into downtown, going into Hemisphere District for this very reason. I think that it makes our city exciting. I think it makes it dense and like a real metropolis. And I think that this really has nothing to do with sports. It has everything to do with economic development, with jobs, job retention, job attraction, and the creation of companies that want to grow here, expand here, and have the best and the brightest come to work in San Antonio. And so this is why I'm a huge advocate for this endeavor. I also want to read you a little excerpt from an article that my friend Lou Mormon wrote for the essay report. And in this article, he's sort of saying, hey, San Antonio, we need to wake up because we are in the talent war business. We're in the business of competing for talent. And right now, we are not winning at the degree that other cities in Texas are. But there's one paragraph that he wrote that I want to read to you because I think it really spells this out nicely. He says, and I quote, even worse, many of our main job creating engines are stalling or leaving. Rackspace is in decline. USAA is quietly repositioning to Phoenix and other cities. Tesoro and Newstar have been sold and are de-emphasizing San Antonio. So this is a big deal. This is why I say, hey, go vote for the new Spurs Arena because we're trying to create a city and an urban core that's so attractive, that's so amazing that it becomes a no-brainer for a company to want to grow here, move here, or expand here. And I say this again to say this has nothing to do with sports. This has to do with jobs, your future job, or the future job of someone that you love. And so go vote for Propositions A and B this November 4th and make your voice heard. Thanks.